Hello, my witchy friends. It's Victory ASMR, and it's that time of year again. Time to start planning my garden, which is one of my favorite things to think about around Easter time, the Stara and the spring equinox behind us. And I have 2 seed catalogs that I'd like to show you. And we also have a little visitor here. I have 2 seed catalogs that I'd like to show you. They're both ones that you can just ask for. They are just sent free in the mail. And the first one is from Vesey. So cute. Seeds. The second one is underneath our friend here, so we can't quite take a look at it just yet. Although he's very sweet and clearly loves gardening just as much as I do. And the other one is just bulbs for spring 2024. And there's some sale information, but we'll start with the regular seed catalog here and just give it a nice little flip through together. So, as I've talked about before on the channel, I am an avid gardener. I love gardening, and I think it's such a lovely way to sustain yourself, your family, your body. Okay, so let's start with new selections for 2024. So I want to grow some squash this year, so I'm keeping a lookout for squash. And we have an Illumia creme brulee magnolia. Coleus is one of my favorite flowers as well. So they have a ruby sun coleus, a delica squash, pink wonder tomato, and I love growing tomatoes. The smell of tomato leaf is one of my all-time favorite smells. And then they have artichokes and asparagus. A whole section on beans. Soybeans for edamame. Yellow eye soldier, red kidney, Jacob's cattle, zenith, jumbo. I remember my mother would grow beans and we would just eat them like this, and they have this wonderful snap to them, and they're quite juicy and delicious. Quite like them. Like that. And there's yellow beans, gold rush beans, and beets. First crop, Rhonda, red ace, Merlin, which sounds like a kind of wizard of sorts, and Presco, avalanche. So we have some specialty varieties, and I've got my little pointer here. We can go through some of them. So these are specialty varieties of beets. I love beets. Avalanche, a white fleshed variety with a well-rounded root, upright light green leaves, and excellent disease resistance. This hybrid variety is non-staining and pairs well with red and gold beets. Bulldor is another one here. Bull's blood, Chioggia organic. Robin, perfect whole baby beets. And look at the concentric the circles in this beet. Very pretty. I like growing golden beets. They're quite delicious. And I like roasting them as well. So obviously this is in alphabetical order. So next we have broccoli. An all-season blend, it says. Bellstar Organic, Green Magic, Patron Luna, and it says this is a staff top pick, perfect for all growers. Luna is the perfect choice for spring and fall production. And broccolini varieties, we have artwork. The names of plants are honestly, like the different varieties of seeds and seed catalogs are quite witchy. Which is part of why I really wanted to do this video. I mean, plant magic is magic, so planning your garden can be part of a witchy practice. Because these are a lot of things that I use as the base of spell work. Cabbage, I don't really grow cabbage, though they have quite a few different varieties to choose from. Summer varieties and winter varieties. Gilmaro, Caraflex, Reaction. Like this one is just called Expect. Like what an interesting name. Expect. Expect what? And then we have carrots as well. I like growing carrots. Depends on like your hardiness zone. So we have Navito, Goldfinger. I like sweet, small carrots. They tend to be my favorite. Tucson, Volcano. Look at this, just like beautiful orange color. Okay. And then there's specialty varieties of carrots. So deep purple. These are so delicious. Rainbow, red sun, white satin. And I've always been a fan of the big, the heads of the colored cauliflower. These grow quite large, actually. I've had the purple before, and it feels like you're cooking with like a magical potion vegetable. It's so enchanting and cool. So, yeah, I'm a the colored cauliflower. And then we have celery and collards. I haven't had a lot of luck growing celery. If you have, leave me a comment and give me your best gardening tips. And if you're new here, please do subscribe and join the coven. We are a very friendly and welcoming bunch, and we would love to have you. Okay, so here's some corn. I've grown peaches and cream before, but I haven't had much luck with them growing very big. But I really would like to grow ornamental corn because I love using it in wreath making and decorating the house for fall. But we used to grow ornamental corn when I was a kid. And yeah, it's very pretty. Okay, and then cucumbers. I always grow cucumbers. There's Summer Dance and Manny Organic. Garden Sweet. Extra sweet burpless cucumber. Garden Sweet is burpless and offers a delicious sweet taste. Strong and vigorous plants produce high yields of consistent 10 to 12 inch cylindrical, smooth, thin-skinned, dark green cucumbers. Good resistance to downy mildew and powdery mildew. I didn't have issues with powdery mildew. It just rains a lot where I live, so. Maturity 55 to 60 days from direct sow. And then it tells you about how many seeds per package you get. This is such an interesting variety. The Martini and Calypso. I don't remember what kind I've grown in the past. I think it was just whatever seeds I had found laying around. Look at these tiny little cucamelons. So cute. And then there's eggplants, of course. Many different varieties of eggplants. I love making a eggplant parmesan. So I had great success with them as well. They're not actually that hard to grow. And garden huckleberries, that's here. I don't think I've ever even eaten a huckleberry before. We have gourds. So here's Lunch Lady. These are the autumnal ones, so of course I always really love them. Autumn Wings, Beetlejuice Mix, Birdhouse, Caveman's Club, Galaxy of Stars Mix. And they have some kale. I really like the dinosaur variety of kale. Blue, curled, Scotch, kohlrabi, and leeks. If you're a gardener, leave a comment. Let me know. I love incorporating gardening into my practice, like connecting with the soil and the earth and the seeds. It's just like totally magical. I don't really grow a lot of lettuce. I don't have a lot of luck with it. But there's some beautiful and delicious varieties here, like New Red Fire, Tombstone. It's kind of morbid. Baby Oak Leaf, Hampton Organic, Red Coral Organic. And it continues into here. There's like salad varieties, so arugula, Astor arugula, corn salad. And melons. I've never grown a melon, though. I know some people have luck growing melons. I'm more of a squash grower. But yeah, harvest moon melon. There's okra and onions and shallot varieties, many different varieties of shallots. And yeah, all sorts of different ones. Onion sets, so you can get different sets of onions, multiplier onion sets, fall garlic sets, music garlic is like one of my favorite varieties of garlic. You must try it if you have not before. And peas, snap pea varieties. Peas are some of my favorite things to have in the summertime. They're just so delicious. Oh, and peppers. So they give you like a nice little chart with the size codes and the pricing. That kind of helps. This is a Canadian catalog. I did not realize when I ordered it. I would normally get the whole seed catalog just based out of the States, but this is Canadian. Dragonfly, Carmen. There was a tomato variety called Carmen, actually. Candy cane, Aristotle. And then they have like little write-ups for each different vegetable as well. Right on red, new A's, red night. And then you get into like the spicy peppers, Mad Hatter, Flaming Flare, Hungarian Hot Wax, Ring of Fire, Fingerling Potatoes, Irish Cobbler, Red Thumb, Purple Peruvian. You need a lot of space to grow potatoes, so I haven't really done that in quite a few years because I like using my garden plot for other things, like pumpkins, which you also need a fair amount of space for. So we have the Early Giant, Howden, Kratos, Magic Lantern, Neon, Captain Jack, Vesey's Baby Jack Mix, and Jack Sprat. Okay, there's Magic Lantern. I really love growing pumpkins. Look at this. Like, they have a picture of how big this pumpkin grew. The Atlantic Giant. I always look for the powdery mildew resistance. So, Magic Lantern is a classy looking pumpkin that grows on a space-saving semi-vine plant. It is upright, medium-sized, brilliant orange with a sturdy dark green handle, weighing 16 to 24 pounds. Oh my gosh. This hybrid has excellent vigor and uniformity, intermediate resistance to powdery mildew. And yeah, there's some like show entry stuff. Dilly of a Jack. This one, it just looks like the perfect pumpkin. Orange sunrise. New rocket. I love pumpkins. I love carving jack-o'-lanterns. I mean, you know me, Halloween is like my favorite part of the year, so it makes sense. This pumpkin variety, I've seen it called the Cinderella pumpkin, but it looks like they call it the porcelain doll. Really popular as well. Look at this one, like lemonade. Just show me a pumpkin catalog. That's all that I want. And we have radishes, rutabaga, and turnips. I've never grown those. I've tried growing spinach, but it often ends up a victim of bugs. So, sprouts. I have grown sprouts on my counter before. Just to add to salads and things. And squash, of course. And then we have more squash. I love growing butternut squash because making a butternut squash soup in the fall is the best thing, like, ever. And strawberries. Strawberry seed. They have rainbow treasure and Deliz. Honey, boat delicata, Georgia candy roaster, and Swiss chard. Of course, the rainbow or kaleidoscope variety is my favorite just because of how it looks. And tomatoes. I love tomatoes. I like growing the baby ones more. That one looks really, really good. Wow. Yeah, this is more what I'm interested in. We've got the Bumblebee Mix, Cherry Bila Falls Organic Chocolate, which is like darker. Red Alert, Golden Cherry, Mountain Magic, Sakura Organics, Sun Gold, Yellow Canary. Something about like multicolored tomatoes just makes them taste even more delicious. Then they have a vegetable planting chart. Ah, the herbs. You can see over here, maybe just barely, but I have my Cunningham's Encyclopedia of Magical Herbs, which I always have close by. Because all of these herbs you can use in different spells. So basil is a great one for attracting wealth and prosperity. Barrage is my favorite. It's this purple colored flower petal that comes off of it. And you can put it in tea. And it's actually in my simmer pot video if you want to see it. Chamomile, German chamomile. And chives, dill, lavender, of course. Cilantro, fennel. Such a great energizing herb. Catnip. You can't see him, but there is a little familiar looking creature above the shot here. Lemon balm is a favorite for relaxing. Oregano, mint, parsley, rosemary, sage. Rosemary is wonderful. A rich aromatic herb that is disease and pest resistant, used in poultry, lamb, and pork dishes. Multi-seed pellets make for much more uniform germination and ease of planting. Grows well in any herb garden or in containers. Stevia, saffron, and thyme. It's a pretty short herb section, but it has what you need, so that's nice. And then we get into the flowers, and there's so many of them, and they have some of the best names. So let's read some of the names. Bachelor's Buttons, Classic Fantastic, Classic Magic, Classic Romantic. And then we have Banana, Begonia, and then they have their own names, of course. Winterlook, Phantom of the Opera. It's like a Christine flower. If you get the reference, then leave a comment. Classic Romantic. Here's the Classic Magic. Classic Fantastic. milkweed. I love milkweed and calendula for spell work. It is so useful. Calendula officinalis. Calendula is a multi-purpose, easy-to-grow annual, sometimes called pot marigold, that loves sun. They are a beautiful addition to gardens, pots, bouquets, or used as a garnish for your salad. They are pollinator friendly, so good in the veggie garden as well. And there's some swamp milkweed up here. Coleus. I love coleus. It is so underrated, or maybe it isn't underrated, but I feel like people forget about how beautiful it is. It's such a nice addition to whatever flowers you're growing. Cosmos. Delphiniums as well. Echinacea, powerful herb. They've got 3 different varieties. 1, 2, 3. Foxglove, actually love specifically Chinese foxglove, which is kind of a whole other thing entirely. But the foxglove plant is so pretty. It's really, really gorgeous. And there's a couple different examples of the flowers. Forget-me-nots and geraniums as well. Ringo Rose Star, Pinto Deep Rose, Ringo Lavender, Berry Berry, Spring Celebrity Mix, Florific White, Impatience, of course, and Lavender. So many flowers, my goodness. African marigolds are so beautiful. I use them in a lot of spell work, actually. But their color is like so nostalgic. They're actually like a natural repellent for mosquitoes as well. Like if you've ever deadheaded marigolds and then kind of crushed up the stem, there's a really pungent scent that comes from them. And if you kind of spread that around your deck, it helps with mosquitoes a lot. So there's African and there's French. And then there's also Morning Glories and Nasturtium. And then there's an index, which is kind of nice. It shows you how to order. And then we get into, I guess, some more things here. So ornamental grasses. Oh my gosh. I love pansies and violas. I love them. They're probably my favorite flower. We've got the Frizzle Sizzle mix, the Matrix Coastal Sunrise, Tiger Eye Red, Delta Cotton Candy mix. I mean, that does look like cotton candy. Cool Wave mix. And then petunias, which are just such lovely, delicate little flowers. And petunias continued. There's climbing varieties. See, like, you can grow them vertically if you don't have a lot of space. Photo finish varieties, shock wave varieties. What a lovely color mix. And poppies. Poppies are so beautiful. Here's a Flanders poppy and a ladybird. And it says, help Veseys be friendly. And Rudbeckia, Salvia, Shasta daisies are my favorite. I love Shasta daisies. Straw flower, sunflowers. Oh my gosh. Trying to grow like a really tall sunflower is always my yearly goal. Like I want one that's taller you know. Here there are many varieties. We've got the Ring of Fire, Sunridge Summer Province, Vincent's Choice, Vincent's Fresh, Rio Carnival. And see, they show, like, this is how high these things can grow. You can even kind of tell in these photos how high up the photos had to be for them to take them. Sunflowers are magical. And we have the sweet pea, verbena, zinnias. I love sweet peas. Also as a term of endearment. More zinnias, and these are always neat because of the different layers of color that you get with them. Like, look how beautiful this is. I just want to stare at that for hours, but in person, like, that is a perfect witch's paradise. And that's just the annual surprise mix. So it's like a grab bag of different seeds. And I love zinnias because they kind of look like their petals have been painted on, like so, like painted. Totally magical. And I'm always more partial to the wildflower seed mixes because they really attract bees and they just have that like natural feel to them. So we have an alternative lawn mix, down east mixture, drought tolerant mix, the bee food mix, like that intrigues me. Monarch butterfly garden, bird and butterfly mix, shade mix, western mix, and cottage garden mix. And look at this. There's like a history of their seed catalogs. Since the first mailing of 5,000 seed catalogs in 1939, Vesey's have distributed literally millions of catalogs to gardeners across North America. Every year, our staff enjoy the selection process of what will our next outstanding cover be. As we celebrate our 85th year of delivering the promises of spring, we thought you'd enjoy looking back at some of our more memorable catalog covers. Guess that this one is obviously my favorite because it's pumpkins in the back of a truck. Okay, so we have fruit, berries, and perennial vegetables. I love berries. I've never tried to grow blackberries or blueberries. I have tried to grow apples before. I haven't grown goji berries, grapes, ascaps, or currants, or gooseberries. Hardy cherries, pear trees, rhubarb, definitely have tried to grow that before and have successfully grown that before. Raspberries, strawberries, I always grow. And then they have elderberries and mulberries, plums, horseradish is randomly here, and asparagus. Oh, and it looks like this is a gardening tools and accessories section. That's a beautiful greenhouse. Wow, I love that. Yeah, so this gives you little like sunlight garden, indoor options, grow lights, like raised gardening beds and things like that, like covers. So it looks like there's more of a like accessory section And this one, oh, they have like garden markers. I love making my own garden markers and imbuing them with a little bit of magic. Seed starters. I'd like to do a video of me starting my seeds for the year. Let me know if you'd be interested in a video of that. I feel like gardening ASMR is so underrated. And I do, of course, have to thank the inspiration of this video, Blue Whisper. I'll link her seed catalog videos in the description because she's the one that really popularized this style. And I think it makes sense for a witchcraft focused channel, but yeah, I just want to credit her as doing the best ones ever. Okay, so this is mostly accessories, which means I want to take a look at the bulb catalog. They have bird feeders and sun catchers as well. A bee and bug hotel, they have a couple of those. A bumblebee nester, it's very cool. Oil feeder. And they even sell a bucket hat and a campfire mug. Okay, so let's take a look at the shorter catalog that we have here. This is the bulb catalog. And we'll set this one to the side. And it says free shipping on orders over $75. I always love looking at bulbs. I think they're so neat. Okay, so they have Vesey's Blockbusters, Blue Ivory Hostas, Pastel Peonies Persian Buttercups, Marcella Butterfly Rainbow Coneflower, the At Last Rose. They sell a bulb fertilizer, which can be handy actually, having a specific bulb fertilizer. This catalog has like a matte finish for some of the pages, which feels really nice on the hands. Okay, a Wizard of Oz ball dahlia, a green twister coneflower, phenomenal English lavender, and lemon chiffon peony. I want to know about the phenomenal English lavender. Lavandula times intermedia. So simply the biggest and best English lavender available. This cold and heat tolerant, disease resistant hybrid is such a vigorous grower. It can reach 4 feet across in just a couple of years, with a height of over 2 feet and a beautifully uniform dome shape. Phenomenal, is easy to cut and a must-have for lavender lovers. Wow. The lemon chiffon peony and the little lime punch hydrangea, best-selling flowering shrub of all time. Okay, leaves us speechless, and this is one of those times you may even find it hard to believe that this special hydrangea can display blooms in 4 different colors at the same time, but it really does. From the trusted proven winners comes this truly incredible hydrangea. It's a remarkable sight. It's neat. It has this kind of mosaic going on. The blurring of colors makes it look really nice. New for spring, the Roseanne geranium, the Bentley double Asiatic lily, fire starter avens, the marshmallow moon rose mallow, perfect day, Astilbe, peach melba crocosmia, Valencia calla lily, love story hosta, fancy dance Asiatic lily, and Alexander's white candy tuft, butterfly Hades Persian buttercup. The color wheel raminculus blend, wild berry coral bells, pineapple explosion eucomis, punaroa false sunflower, peaches and cream peony, Dubai Nights, Calla Lily, Palmyra Phlox, Humpback Whale Hosta, Chimera Oriental Lily, rhymes with orange coneflower. It's a silly name. Dark Side of the Moon Astilbe, Jack of Diamonds, Brunner. And new dahlias, they have a whole section. Aveline, Checkers, Bora Bora, Deep Impact, Ryan, this is called Ryan, and Aphrodite. Lots of funny puns in this one. Full speed ahead. So the implication being that this hedge grows really, really fast. And money-saving volume specials. The shade-loving Hosta Mix, Fragrant Lily Mix, Rainbow Connection Yarrow Blend. I love yarrow so much. Perennial Lily Coneflower, so Echinacea varieties, Gladiolus, and Dahlias. And Perennial Shade Garden, Lily of the Valley. Looks like this actually has illustrations, which we haven't seen so far in the seed catalog, which is kind of pretty. I kind of like that. We have the Bressingham Blue Hosta, Bacchanal Bleeding Heart, Mighty Bip Plume Estilbe, Venus False Sunflower, Soulmate Butterfly Flower, Elke Geranium, and Blazing Star Beatrice. There's also the Deer Resistant Garden, Evening Attire Salvia, Korean Featherweed Grass, Fire Flames Potentilia, Be Happy Bee Balm. I love bee balm. Pink Lily of the Valley. Here's the Be Happy Bee Balm, which is such a fun thing to say, actually. And some more fruits and berries. The Chester, Blackberry, Honeywood, Canada Red, Rhubarb, Albion, Everbearing. These look like such delicious varieties of strawberries, my goodness. Consort Black, Tatiana Black. Oh my gosh, look at these. Raspberries, I want some of those. Like a mixture of these three in a bowl. Oh my gosh, life doesn't get any better than that. So we have Encore and Nova, Boyne, Royalty, and then Chippewa, Patriot, and Northland varieties of blueberries, boreal berries, goji berries, grapes, hardy cherries. All sounds so delicious. Apple trees, pear trees. I love crab apples. Those are some of my favorites to grow. More berries, opal plums, and asparagus, Guelph Millennium asparagus. Look at this, and magnolia. I love magnolia trees. They're so beautiful and so incredibly fragrant. Red maple. Oh, so pretty. Canadian sugar maple, pink honeysuckle hedging. So this is hedges. Hydrangeas. Let's dance can do variety. Wee bit grumpy. Incredible. Pinky winky prime. And sky view. And then they have flowering shrubs. Lots of different varieties here. I like this bloomerang, a dark purple lilac. The climbing roses. So there's the pink kind of color and this fuchsia, like red. And Miss Clementine Evans, cat's pajamas, catmint. To have and to hold a stillbum. Firelight hydrangeas. A wee bit innocent hydrangea. The Harlequin crocosmia. One in a melon cone flower. One in a melon, because it's like melon colored. Purplicious iris. The Marlene poppy. I've never grown poppies, but they're really beautiful. Honey trap, dahlia blend. Red hot and trendy. Like the names are so funny to me. Smoky eye iris blend. Cupid bleeding hearts. I love bleeding hearts. They are such beautiful flowers. I love them. Astronomical aster. Sparkling stars. Astrantia. And this is just like dazzling blends. So hot fudge and caramel dahlia blend. Astronomical aster blend. Daylilies in all shapes and sizes. Orangey handsome. Lies in lipstick. Pokemon. Gentle shepherd. Like something so magical about all of the names. The black adder, licorice, agastache, the millennium allium. Fragrant favorites. So these you can just choose your flowers based on how you want them to smell. Exotic peonies, so just lots of different peonies. Gladiolus and gladiolus blends. These blends are so beautiful. These just remind me of like Easter time. Astara, even into Beltane, like just springtime. Dahlias, like when a human just like shows up in the pictures. Dinner plate dahlias. Oh, because they're like as big as a dinner plate. She's holding hands like this. Wow. Like, see what I mean? It just looks like they've been painted. Like all those little petals have been painted. Like so. Ball dahlias. Boom Boom White. Rocco. Genova. Red Labyrinth. Big Bang Bloom. This one's kind of spiky. You were like a 90s baby. Or early 2000s. Do you remember those earrings that were kind of spiky? That's what that reminds me of. And we have all sorts of different lilies. These are super pretty. If you have cats, do not grow lilies. And also if you have cats or animals, just like be careful of what you're bringing into your house in terms of flowers or growing in your garden, because they are very dangerous. They have a whole section of butterflies. Love them. So let's look at this. Mojave Jewels, Sapphire, Vintage Wine, Coneflower, lavender tower culver's root, blue jean baby perovskia, bees and butterflies abound garden. I want this to be my garden. Like, that is so very pretty. And then a section on pollinator attractors. So we have mochaccino estilbe. I don't know why, because it doesn't really look like coffee, but spinderella, rose mallow, rain dance, bush clematis, burning hearts, false sunflower, Bach bergania, lucifer, crocosmia. Really pretty. And some more pollinator blends, so they kind of like do the work for you. The Be Good blend includes purple coneflower, meadowsweet, sea holly, and a special little fig here to accompany us. Blue, hue, malva, and bright blue. And then there's the Be Helpful blend, Be Strong, Be Wise. So there's a whole variety of different ones. And we have low growing border phlox, dianthus, black cherry frost is one of them, red riding hood, pina colada, purple kiss. Turning the pages around. Coneflowers are some of my absolute favorites. Like, they're so pretty and they last for so much of the season. There's cantaloupe, I guess because it's like in cantaloupe color. Summer candy, delicious nougat, parrot, southern bells, sunseekers, salmon. And then ground covers. You can just get flowers that cover as much surface area around your garden as possible. And there's a hosta section. Like, these are all plants that can be grown from bulbs. So you're going to get some different varieties than what you see in the seed catalog. Sunny halcyon, touch of class, first blush, white feather, little treasure, touch of glass. And the grasses, which I'm not as familiar with, but I do like this name. Cloud 9 tail switchgrass, or just tufted hairgrass, or blue sapphire oatgrass, chameleon little blue stern grass. Yeah. Oh, he really wants to be. He's getting sleepy. Oh, that's what we do ASMR for. What a nice guy. This is Fig. He is the other half of the name of my channel, Fig Brie. And yeah, they always get really curious when I do videos. They always want to be a part of them, which is very sweet. But he won't let me turn the page, so I have to gently nudge him over. Okay, there's all the different grasses in there. And some perennials, so blue glitter sea holly, sparkles goat's beard. I could have guessed that one was the goat's beard. Pure perfection geranium blend, black pearls astilbe, lemon drop cornflower, white wands veronica. Then they have this like Best Buys section, which is like showing you the best deals that they have in the catalog. Albion Everbearing Strawberries, Midnight Model Salvia, that is so pretty. Coneflowers, lilies, banana cream, Shasta Daisy, Big Ben Peony, Crazy Cayenne Coreopsis, mixed coneflowers, Grape Crush Aster, Join the Circus Glad blend, Ray of Sunshine, flatbread, morning light hosta. And there's more. This is like all deals, which is, there's so many of them, my goodness. The Tarodont Canna Lily, Cool Breeze Calla Lily, Glad Tidings hosta, Nora Lee. It's kind of like Aurora Lee, which is my favorite Elizabeth Barrett Browning, like epic poem. Jose Aubergine, Harvest Moon Poppy, Hornset Summer Poppy, Totally Tangerine Avens, Snow Tree Iris. It's like fun. Oh, Bleeding Hearts. There are the Bleeding Hearts. Dangling bright pink and white heart-shaped blossoms atop a bushy, upright mound of light green foliage. It's fun to see like the names that they have for the varieties, because I often do not know what they are and just kind of buy what I know I like. But yeah, there's so many different varieties that I did not know about. And I know my plant knowledge really well, but not down to the specifics like this. And of course, varieties are always changing and evolving. I know just enough plant magic to get me through, and that's how I connect with what I grow in my garden. Italian ice cream, Estelbe. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. Correct me if I'm wrong. Cinnamon fern, pink, I think, gladiolus, Avalon sunset, hybrid lily, barbecue banana, ligularia, purple sensation, Persian little buttercup, honeymoon giant lily, the black form iris, firepot dahlia. I always wonder if these are named after people, like the Kelsey Annie Joy dahlia, right? My love, gladiolus, fragrant returns daily. The ostrich plume, Estelbe, cool water phlox, firebird dahlia, bluebell dahlia. And here's the last page. The Circus Club gladiolus, Sparks variety, monk's cap, smoky phlox, black-eyed Susan's a classic. My mother used to grow those all the time. And then they have a form. This was in the other one too, but it comes with their seed catalogs. You can call them, or you can fill in the order form, and you can throw in your item number, quantity, name. You can choose offers, choose your shipping and handling, deduct those discounts, and yeah, it just shows you the process, what you have to do, what should my order look like, customer service, substitutions, lead pips. And then they have a couple really good deals, $6 Best Buys on these bulbs. So I usually like to get a mix of seeds and bulbs. This kind of depends on, what I'm interested in growing. But those are the 2 seed catalogs that I wanted to look at together. And perhaps it can inspire you, if you're a gardener, to start planning your garden a bit more, thinking about the coming season, or thinking about your practice in plant magic. I absolutely love sharing these things with all of you, and I hope that you found it as relaxing as I did showing you. I also hope that you have a very restful and peaceful sleep, and that the first days of spring, if that's where you are right now, are treating you very well. Thank you so much for watching and for being here. And I'll see you again very soon.